Chase, there's been a lot of questions about this next Commander series. You know that. And I've been sending you comments from what it seems like from the community inquiries. Why did it take so long to get this third Commander series released?
We launched Napoleon. It went great. Josh and I got the launch patent in Berlin. That release went great. And then there was two kind of consistent things on both of those releases that kept coming back from the community. The first one was the face of the Commander would have scratches on it. The next thing that we kept seeing from the community was the edge or the rim. I thought it was innovative, and it came with some problems. Because of that open collar like that, the airtight case that these come in, it would move in transit. And that was what was causing the scratching. You know, months ago, I was on a call, and I said, man, these Commander coins are so freaking cool. What if we took Trump and we put him on one and we turned him around so he wasn't facing the same way, but we made some other changes? And that's when we came out with the 5-ounce Trump presidential medal, which went absolutely bananas. It's the nicest thing on the market related in this category. We started to have some similar issues with the Trump 5-ouncer. Scottsdale had to go and they made a custom 5-ounce airtight for this product. Once we buttoned down all those hatches, then we were able to go back and start striking the Commander again, because it's very similar in concept, right? The strike that you're going to see on the third Commander is unlike nothing out there. It's absolutely incredible. We sent the 5-ounce silver off to grading at NGC. 95% came back as perfect MS-70 specimens. That doesn't happen.
There aren't many mints that produce a size, over 60 millimeters. It is difficult. And then when you do a reverse proof like strike, it shows so many imperfections. Again, it's why no one wants to do it. What we really loved about Napoleon when we first rolled it out is that it had a very unique finish, right? And then it kind of went off on the edge. What we try to do with some of the modifications is the best of both worlds. We wanted a similar finish on the surface of the coin, but yet have that rim to essentially protect the coin while it's being transported to the customers, and still look pretty awesome. So I think we did nail it.
The Cortes, Hernan Cortes, in the finish. Can I just say, this is one of the most beautiful pieces of silver I've ever seen in my entire life.
Can I show the reverse?
Please
it
do.
is. That is just gorgeous.
In the last few years, Cortes has become a popular figure. He essentially came from Spain and conquered what is now modern-day Mexico, and even found California. You guys have heard the term burn the ships. And so that was Cortes. And so when his men landed, they dismantled some of the ships. They sunk and burned the other ships. I believe they may only left one. And the concept was to his guys was, we're only going to win. We're going forward. A long time ago, they were like, oh, he was such a bad guy. He slaughtered all the Indians and the locals that were there. And now we're finding out that most of the other tribes in Mexico actually teamed up with the Europeans to conquer the Aztecs. And so you got to remember, the Aztecs, they were very sacrilegious. They did human sacrifice of children. They sacrificed 80,000 prisoners in 4 days. And so they would rip out hearts and throw them down the steps of these pyramids. They're still, I think just even recently, are finding more and more underground burials of just extreme amount of skulls and bones. I've talked to people from Mexico, and I kind of over the last number of months, and typically he's viewed as favorable in the country, their history.
There's one more thing that we might have glazed over too, and that's what's over your right shoulder. Can I just...
The poster.
Oh, the poster?
Wow.
There it is.
Wow. I have to say, this poster, the color is fantastic. One of my favorites.
Really
Tell us the difference in the strike of the patent and Napoleon and the strike of this, and just kind of how they're different, and maybe why the finishes look a little bit different.
I think the amount of the R&D that went into the type of steel we're working with, the way the die is polished, the type of die, the style of die, which press or presses is this product being produced on, and really it came down to people. I'm blessed to be on the chat today in our new facility in Wyoming. We've been operating out of for roughly about a year. So not only do we have just some of the most amazing equipment, but we got an awesome, talented team. We brought in a number of people together and said, "Hey, here's some of the really good stuff that we got going on. Here's some of the challenges. What can we do to make it better? We just want to always continue to produce a better product. We love to kind of push the envelope."
When you're talking about R&D to create a product like this, how many coins are you stamping or to get to your final product? Is that question make sense? Like
A lot.
I assume, yeah, okay. Like, are we talking hundreds? Are we talking?
Yeah, I think the most difficult thing is you're producing lots of dies. So you're moving depths around, finishes around. You're changing even how the die is cut and how that finish impacts the blank. So the key is we can make something look good for the picture, right? Here's a sample, but go make 5,000 of them. This is where it gets very difficult for any manufacturing company. Clean rooms, hair, lint. How often are we polishing the dies? You know, how many strikes? What is the tonnage on the strikes? If you were watching this Saturday morning on CNBC, and you know, you guys have all seen these shows, they're going to probably be at 2x in price, and I'm not kidding. And my company produces products for some of the guys that do sell things at really high premiums. So, you know, a testament to SD Bullion is very, you know, price obtainable, where it's not really, they're not crazy prices, especially for this type of quality. Certi-lock is a really interesting packaging. So if you have an iPhone, you can scan that with the Certi-lock app. It's free. You type in your serial number that's on the card, and it's going to tell you if it's a match. Not only will it tell you that, it's going to show you a picture of your exact coin in your hand of when it was produced. It gives confidence when you want to resell it.
I know there's been a lot of interest in this series, so super excited to unveil it tonight. Huge hat tip to Scottsdale Mint for pulling off an incredible product here. We're super excited to have the series at SD Bullion. Thanks for having us again, guys. We always appreciate you and what you guys do with our brand.